Good evening. Welcome to Talk of the Town, otherwise known as TOTT. I'm Jeff Cohen. I'll be the host for the evening. And right now, let's hear from some of our sponsors. We have Brewster PC Solutions, Wrestling Brewster, and he has a program that Ken produces right here on PAC TV called Wrestling with Computers. It's very informative. You should tune in and watch that sometime. We have Cape Auto Body and Service Center, another longtime Plymouth business, very good to deal with. They're located on Sandwich Street and Samoset Street, two convenient locations. One-stop painting and renovating, yours truly, Jeff Cohen. And Triff Lighting and Costa PCs, as well as Salon Evolution, located conveniently in Sagamore Beach. And do know that if you'd like to call in tonight, if you have any questions or comments, the phone number here is 508-830-3971. 508-830-3971. So, we're going to meet a few people tonight. We have Billy Sr. down the end and Billy Jr. of Shiretown Glass. Actually, the name has expanded over the years, and it's now Shiretown Glass and
Home Improvements.
And we have Carla from Mamma Mia's. She's representing the Viscarello family tonight and the Mamma Mia's restaurants.
My birthday hat on for the anniversary.
Yep. Well, you know, the show tonight, the premise of the show tonight is actually, it's a pretty big deal. And I hope everybody around town realizes it's a big deal. And I'm not the only one that's making a big deal out of it with the party favors. But when you have businesses that have been in business for 50 years or 40 years, respectively, that's a huge achievement. Being in business is not a simple thing. You drive by these businesses all the time, you see their doors open, and you stop off, but you have no idea what it takes to keep those doors open day in and day out, and the personal sacrifices that families make to be in business. And 50 years, that's pretty wild. 50 years and 40 years, that's huge. So let's start off with Shiretown. Bill Sr., when you started, what was the cost of gas when you first opened the doors?
Oh boy, I think it was probably 17 cents.
About 17 cents a gallon. Can you imagine 17 cents a gallon?
You know,
What's the cost of gas now, Billy?
Well, $3.66 a gallon.
$3.66. A little bit of a difference in the budget there, huh? You didn't think about the gas.
I like his numbers better.
Can you imagine? No, that's pretty wild. So when you first started the business, were you working out of your house, out of your truck? What actually got you going to start the business?
Well, when I first started, I worked for a company in Brockton called Mobile Glass. And we used to travel to Plymouth on Friday and would service like Skazi, Buick Pontiac, and some of the other dealers. And then on Thursday we would be in Marshfield, and then Wednesday we would be somewhere else. And I always took a liking to Plymouth. I don't know why, but it was just a great town, and the people were very friendly. And I then went to work for a company in Canton, Mass, and he was going to open up a satellite company in Middleborough, but he didn't do it, and I was going to be the manager of that company. So I decided I was going to try it on my own, and I picked Plymouth because I like Plymouth.
Honest to God.
And so I went down to Plymouth to find a place of business, and I wound up at 32 South Park Avenue, which is across from Al's Pizza.
Yep.
And my rent was $35 a month.
Oh my God. Was that Charles?
And I had 2,000 square feet there.
Wow.
But only about a quarter of it was heated. And so I can remember grinding glass out in the back with a heat tape around the water line and holding a piece of glass that was turning to ice.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Now, on South Park Ave, where is it? Is that Charlie Gilmore's building?
No,
That's where Erin is, where Reflections Hair Salon is. My sister's hair salon
next
is
to the
now.
1620.
Yeah.
Wow. And 1620 was the Bluebird back then, right?
That was the Bluebird. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you bought that building, I'm assuming, later on?
Later on in life, I bought the building. Yeah. I was
Good for
fortunate
you.
enough to do that. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Still owns it to this day.
Yeah, he's still up to this day.
Oh, really?
And
Yep.
there's been a lot of the Golden Gull was in there. Al's Pizza was in there.
I remember else. He had picnic tables out back. And the popcorn, remember the popcorn place back in the 80s that was in there?
The popcorn place was where Erin, my daughter Erin, is next door.
Okay.
Yeah. But most of the businesses in there did thrive very nicely.
It's a great
a couple
location.
that were not too conducive to what I would call the Plymouth area.
Yeah.
namely the tattoo place, but that's another thing.
But they're no longer there now.
Yeah,
No,
They're no
it's worked
longer
out
there
well.
No.
Yeah, well, it's hard. I mean, businesses come and go, but I guess 5 years is the mark of a business. What they say is, if you make it for 5 years, you're good.
Right.
And 50 years, that's amazing. Did you ever imagine 50 years later?
Well, when I first started, there were many times when my wife wondered whether we were doing the right thing.
Of course.
Because when I moved into Plymouth 50 years ago, there was only 11,000 people in Plymouth.
Wow.
And Plymouth was a very Yankee town, and I was this black-haired guy with a big mop of hair from Brockton.
Elvis.
I heard from Brockton.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, they didn't know me from Adam.
No kidding.
And so it was kind of tough breaking in. There was a local man that had a glass company there, Plymouth Glass. His name was Herbie Erskine. He was a very nice guy, and he serviced the people for many years. And so I was his new competition.
Oh, that's
so that was the buzz around town.
Wow.
And but it took, I would say, a good 3 or 4 years of real struggle
You know, it's just you.
before we could see the light. And then it was like a circle, and then all of a sudden the circle just doubled and doubled and doubled. And I think the people in Plymouth realized that
You weren't going anywhere.
that strange guy from Brockton
Well,
did a
back
good
then-
job and did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, that's the important part. Everybody
So-
can. Yeah, just do what you say you're going to do and do it nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, was it just you the first few years?
yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my beautiful wife.
Did she help out
And
too?
my daughter, Christine, in the crib.
Wow.
Yeah, we did have heat out front, though. So.
Heat's good, and I'm sure that's where the wife stayed. The wife stayed under the heat.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Now,
It was. I have no regrets. I'll tell you. I worked out in the freezing cold for many years,
it's funny.
and got out of bed in the middle of the night to do emergencies for many years too. But that's all part of business.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of people just, most people work for other people and they're not really sure what goes into it. And they don't have to see the people go home at night and pace back and forth all night long
Right.
and, wonder what's going on or, how this is going to affect everything the next day or, the phone calls in the middle of the night.
So stressful.
It really is. It really is.
Oh,
most
yeah.
people don't see
No.
that. Nor should they. Nor should they. They just need to show up and know that everything's fine.
Right, you're the one that's supposed to be kind of taking all the heat, and they're not supposed to know anything that's going
Yeah.
on and have a great experience.
Yep, absolutely. Even the staff shouldn't know.
Exactly. No, they
just,
shouldn't know.
That's what the owners are there for.
Right, shouldn't take off that stress.
Well, how long in business before you started to bring in your first employees?
I would say probably a year.
A year.
Because when I would go out on the road to do work, I really needed somebody, to do what. If somebody came in, I wanted to be able to accommodate them.
Sure.
The first year, people would bring in a wood sash, and my wife would dig it all out and get it ready for me.
Honest to God.
Oh yeah, and pull the screens out and get everything all ready. So when I come back, all I had to do was, the glazing or the
Yeah.
screen rolling or.
Now, would she use a torch now and again too, or was it just pretty much digging it out?
No, she would use the torch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which most people don't realize nowadays. Back then, I mean, we did it too, and
Yeah.
basically it was lead paint.
Yeah.
You don't think about it back then. It's amazing. Absolutely.
I used to have an
amazing.
electric putty burner.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was in the shape of an
like a heat
L.
gun.
In
Like
the
a heat
shape
gun.
of an L, so it would do the corners and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like an electric wire, and it worked. It actually worked very good.
Wow.
Yeah, and it didn't burn the paint if you paid attention.
Nice. Yeah, no, glazing's an art.
Yeah.
It's if you ever see somebody that really knows what they're doing. I mean, glazing it's an art all in itself.
Oh yeah, I used to teach the kids how to glaze. I could run putty with both hands.
Yeah.
And I was very fast at it.
Yeah.
And I started out doing auto glass, and then we branched into storm windows and plate glass and.
It looks pretty.
Does it?
It looks very pretty.
Okay, well, if it adds to it, then
Don't you think?
brings a little
ambiance?
color. It brings a little color to my life.
Yeah, it does. You can take it off if it really bothers
No,
you.
it doesn't. I can't even feel it.
Billy might want to wear it.
No, I'm good.
No.
Yeah, we'll pass on those.
Where's the cake, by the way?
The cake. Oh,
I was
cake's
promised
coming.
cake.
You were promised cake. It's a
Okay.
very nice cake.
Thank
Very
you.
nice cake.
Is it a pizza
It-
shape?
It might be.
No.
They might be. Well, we'll just have to see when the cake comes out. You know. So let's talk about Mamma Mia's. Mamma Mia's has been around for 40 years now, which in
Yeah.
itself is a huge accomplishment.
It is. This family works themselves 24/7.
Yeah, they do.
do.
What year did they open? It was
1974, January 24th, 1974. And to celebrate that, this year we did the rollback
I heard
to
that.
1974. I brought the, this isn't the original for 40 years ago. We had it reprinted and redone, but it is the exact replica of what it was back then.
This menu.
Yeah. So obviously we were talking about the gas prices, and I mean, we wish, veal parmesan was $3.75.
Honest to God, baked lasagna $3.
Yeah, and we had 2-hour waits, before the doors even opened on January 24th. It was an absolutely fantastic day at all the restaurants.
And it says enjoy your first menu. This is really
Yeah, it's kind of like a souvenir.
That's nice.
We only had a limited amount printed out, but we figured some people would take them.
Absolutely.
So if they wanted to, that was on the front.
Large pizza $2.50. Can you imagine a large pizza for $2.50?
And we got a lot of feedback after that as well. People telling us that, 5 people, we only paid like $20. We wish it was like that every day, and people always want us to bring it back. But, maybe there's a night. Maybe we'll definitely do it again on the 50th. But bringing back an item every now and then might happen, and that'd be a nice thing to do.
Yeah, just a little.
Maybe a chicken
item of the
parm.
month. Yeah,
Right,
Item of the
exactly.
month or something like that, and pick one night.
It was really popular. I mean, I can't believe how it blew up.
Yeah.
We got almost 800 shares on Facebook
Oh my God.
from that.
Yeah, I accounted for some of those.
Yeah.
I like my Facebook. But no, that's a
we all do.
huge accomplishment.
Thank
This
you.
was the first restaurant that I ever went to when I moved to Plymouth. Actually, before I moved to Plymouth, we came from Stoughton. I don't know if you knew that, but I actually came from Stoughton. And my parents divorced. And when I moved in with my grandparents, they raved about this Italian restaurant we had to go to in Kingston. And it was Mamma Mia's, so I was just a
Really?
little kid, and that was my first restaurant I ever went to around here.
Good food spreads. The word spreads
Absolutely.
fast. So that's how you know.
Absolutely.
Like, that's how you make it. That's the first thing, is to have good, consistent food, and obviously great prices.
Well, not only is it good, consistent food, but in trying times, I'll call the last 5 or 6 years trying, I think you opened an additional 2 or 3 locations.
Yeah.
Which is,
we have 7 altogether
locations
with
altogether.
Carmela's in
That's
Kingston
amazing.
off exit 9. It's right next to Dunkin' Donuts is in between.
exactly.
But yeah, Kingston hasn't even changed. Just the interior has.
No.
But really outside, it's all grandfathered in, and it's still got that look from 40 years
It really
ago.
does. It
It's
really
almost
does.
like I was talking to someone today, and it's a bit of an not fame. I don't know what you put the icon or famous on it,
It's a
but
landmark.
it's a landmark.
definitely
Yeah,
a
that's a good
landmark.
word for it. I'm a
Yeah.
journalist, and I should have thought of that.
That's okay.
Journalism
definitely a
major.
landmark.
Think of those big words. Yeah, landmark, and that's something people see and they know what it is. They recognize the spot, and to even the Mamma Mia's in Plymouth. I mean, you see that building.
Well, you remember when I went up on the waterfront, the big, I mean, everybody in town had to go to the waterfront when that one opened up. I mean, the line was ridiculous down the street. Because
Yeah.
I was running the kitchen at the 1620 back then, and we had to run over there for pizza too. I mean, it was crazy.
That was the original. If people can
Can you get that?
see. Oh, you're on. Yeah, there you go. Put it on.
There it is.
Yeah, that's the original. Can't really see it there with the glare, but the next to Ziggy's,
Yep.
all those, what was it, back in '84? They're actually celebrating, if you think about it, Plymouth Restaurant celebrating the 30th anniversary this
Oh, I didn't
year.
realize that.
Yeah.
Didn't
So
realize
I guess we could, are you celebrating your?
Not yet. No, I
No,
got a
not
few
yet?
more years to go.
Yeah, June 24th, 1984. So
Wow.
they've been around for, you see that building, it's changed a bit. We've been able to do some things to it, but
Yep. Function
again,
room and finally getting the deck open.
yeah, again, but it's limited space down there.
Yeah. But it's beautiful space.
It's
I mean, where
beautiful.
else
Who
can you go?
doesn't love it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. A lot of people, people might not even realize there's a function room in Mamma Mia's on the Plymouth waterfront. Not only a function room, but there's outside dining. If you go, it's the 3rd floor?
Yeah, well, it's the Tuscan room upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's little tables along the perimeter up there, and it's great if you go for the sunset at night.
Outside dining, it's
You have a
gorgeous.
glass of wine and a pizza, and it's beautiful.
Perfect
Yeah,
weather,
it really
too.
is.
Yeah, it is the perfect spot. They're very lucky to have gotten that so long ago, and we've been able to stay there. It's actually, it gets really packed.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, but our Marshfield, we opened Marshfield in, it was actually a smaller location off
In
exit
Pembroke.
12 in Marshfield, and then we moved into the bigger location.
Which is much nicer.
Yeah, so
nicer.
you think of Plymouth, we don't just have that as a bigger location, but Marshfield's huge.
Marshfield is huge.
They can actually hold a lot of people there as well. So we're grateful to have, well, I'll list it for people: Plymouth, Kingston, Carver, Hanover, and Marshfield, and Carmela's, and Pine Hills now.
Now, with all these restaurants,
Yeah.
have they centralized where they make the spaghetti sauce, or
Yeah.
what do they call it, gravy? What do they call it?
Well, I don't know what they call it. Well, I just call it Mama's Famous
Sauce.
Red Sauce. The red sauce
The red
is as
sauce.
I've always known.
Sauce.
I don't know if they have like a secret language for their
think they
sauce.
do.
But yeah, it's all made behind Plymouth in the little, what they would call
The
it,
commissary kitchen, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've had some people in there for a long time. It's secret, no one else is allowed to
Yeah, yeah.
know about it. So it's all made in one spot and then
They can
dispersed.
tell you about it, but they'd have to kill you.
Exactly.
Password.
I would never know. But yeah, it's all made there, and then it gets dispersed to all the restaurants.
Yeah, I figured at this point it's big enough to do that.
Yes,
So,
and we're growing. So
how much sauce do you
getting
think
tight.
they go through a week? Any idea?
You're asking me like that's like a math question.
I'm just no, it's got to be a phenomenal amount.
I don't. Maybe that could be like a trivia.
That could be a
Yeah,
trivia question.
it
Give
could
away
be.
free pizza.
Yeah,
Good way to
a
dodge
gift
that.
card or something, right? It's a good way to dodge that.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean, I can imagine.
Johnny showed up.
I can imagine
Yeah. Where is Johnny?
bucket loads of. Yeah, it's okay. They're with us in spirit.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, you've done a phenomenal job on the marketing for them
Thank
so
you
far.
so much.
So you're a great add on to them. No, I mean, their business plan, as your business plan, phenomenal. And somebody like me that's just coming up and, I mean, I have to watch everybody else around town and see what they're doing, because, I mean, you were huge when I was growing up and, watching your company grow. I mean, and I had to go down there for windows and glass and whatnot, so you always watch what other people do and, you have to respect, everything around you and that's how you learn and that's how you grow your business.
Yep.
That's how they are. They're very aware
Oh, there.
and appreciative, and they respect everyone. They're nice to everyone. They treat everybody like family, and that's why they've made it so far.
Yeah, well,
They-
so much goes on behind the scenes that people don't even
They don't know.
realize.
People don't know that. I tell people this all the time, especially when I'm trying to do advertising, and
Yeah.
they're actually, Jenny and Francesca will get together. They make, they'll make the tortellini or the meatballs, and they're very much involved. I've seen Giovanni, numerous times in the past, just week at Kingston. They go into all the restaurants. They do what they need to do to keep up their restaurant, and that's why they have 7. That's why they keep and will keep growing.
Not only that, though, just, in because Mamma Mia's, it's a staple.
Yeah, right.
Charlottetown Glass, it's a staple. You've got your staple businesses in the area.
Yeah.
And what they do for everybody else around town that people don't even know about. Like
The
Sammy
community.
graduated with me. Sammy graduated in
Yep.
82 with me.
Right.
And I think we probably wouldn't have had a couple of our class reunions if it wasn't with Sammy, because Sammy's the first one up to sponsor, doesn't want the recognition, doesn't want anybody to
Right.
doesn't want anybody to know about it. He just, here you
Right.
go.
And I'm trying to follow, see that through on the
Yeah.
marketing end of it, that we are very, I am extremely active as well in the community and sponsors, in doing sponsors and donations,
Yeah.
because I know that's what they take pride in, that's what they do.
It's just karma.
Exactly.
It's just karma.
Right.
And the community's only as good as everybody that, makes it what it is, and
Right.
these two businesses here, you make the community what it is, I mean, Plymouth wouldn't be Plymouth without companies like Charlottetown and Mamma Mia's, and you guys do a lot around the community too, you see the name everywhere. If there's a charity benefit going on, there's always something that says Charlottetown Glass on it someplace, and, it's a classy way to be, I think that's probably one of the things that helps everybody around here grow.
Well, it's
is.
nice to give back. It's really
is.
nice to give back because the people have given to you.
Right, they're giving
So
to you
they
every
give to
day.
you,
Your
yeah.
customers, by the thousands.
Yeah, and not only that, but time. You've given a lot of time to the town. You've been on the Board of Selectmen. You've run the Board of Selectmen. How much time does that take?
Took a lot.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
That's a huge commitment.
Yeah.
I remember you talked to me about it one time.
Yeah, I was
And,
trying to lure you in, but you
yeah.
didn't want to come in.
It's a
but,
big time commitment.
It's definitely it's definitely good. But you know what? I'd say I met some wonderful people. It was really one of the greatest experiences of my life.
I can imagine it would be.
I met a lot of wonderful
That's
people.
another
We
thing,
got a lot
yeah.
of nice things done, and it was very rewarding at the end of the day. And then I still maintain a lot of the same people and friends that I met. So it was really
When you're in the
good.
community long enough, you just kind of bleed Plymouth.
Yeah.
You do. No, you do.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
true.
bleed Plymouth. Whatever community you're in, you have to associate and become part of, and you've definitely done that. And the Viscarella is just incredible, absolutely incredible what's been done around here.
Yeah, I don't know how they, I don't know how they do it, but I know how they do it. They're,
They are. They
constantly.
They truly care. They care
They
what
have
they do. They
huge
care about their
hearts.
product. They care about their customers. We've been friends with them for God, many years.
Forever,
And,
yeah.
you know, they're a great family, and they've done a great job, and they've really taken
You
it
can
to a
really
different
tell.
level. Yeah.
You can really tell when companies put that effort in.
Yeah, it's a
It really does pay off in a major way, more than
Yeah.
people even realize.
Well, I mean, 50 years in business. I mean,
Yeah, that's a huge payoff.
it is. It is. Do you remember your first customer?
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
No. You know what? I honestly I don't remember mine. I do remember I can go back to my oldest family that uses me on a regular basis, on a very consistent basis, and we also do for the children now. How about the first commercial account? Was it a dealership? Because glass was a big thing back then.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, probably Wiles Motors.
Yeah.
There was a Cadillac dealer in Plymouth.
What
Were they-
Tracy is, what
Gene
Tracy
Wiles.
is today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they stayed Cadillac for a long time too. Didn't they drop the Cadillac fairly recently?
No.
No, they still have Cadillac.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's Chevrolet
Chevrolet and Cadillac.
and
Yeah.
Cadillac, just those two.
Yep.
Okay. And they have a few other. Jeff has a few other locations down the Cape. Or is that his family?
No, that's his brother. His brother Brad has the Volkswagen dealership down in
Okay.
Hyannis. Yeah.
Okay. And I know one of your regular customers is Christine from Artie's GMC. I think she's in. I think the.
They work. Yeah, they have a relationship with.
I
yeah,
think
they
they're
like
pretty
the,
much in
yeah.
there every week.
Yeah.
You must have the same regular customers there every week.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, they. We even have like their names
Do you really?
at some of the bars.
Honest to God.
Yeah, they're like little plaque things
No kidding.
on the stools and stuff. Yeah, they get. We really do take care of our regulars. The managers know them very well. They come in. They know what they want. They have conversations. I mean, they know about stuff before I might know about.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Well,
to
you're-
a certain
you're
point.
learning pretty quick.
Yeah,
You're learning pretty quick. You've been with
I'm
them
on
for
8 months.
8 months?
Yeah, I'm on top of everything, and I can probably tell you everything. But
Well, you
sometimes
impress
in the community, they find out some more stuff than I might, find out.
Well, if you
That's
talk to
a-
Billy, you'll
that's a
find out a
regular.
lot. Billy, we
Yeah.
won't discuss him on TV tonight, but Billy has quite a few stories, I believe, that you'd be.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he does.
We'll have to have a little chat.
Yeah,
I'm taking those to the grave.
maybe a lunch, yeah.
That's okay. We'll talk later.
So, how long was it before you actually How old were you when you started into the business, Billy?
I started when I was about 12 years old.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
12 years old, I rolled screens.
Well, he swept floors first.
Swept
Yeah.
floors and I rolled screens. I can still roll a screen pretty fast too.
Did you really?
I'm
he's
still-
should have
fast.
brought one
He's
and
fast.
displayed your.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think
That's
of it.
okay.
Maybe at the next Mamma Mia's event, we'll do a screen rolling competition at the same time. Yeah,
While they're eating pizza.
absolutely.
I got $1 an hour and a key to the soda machine.
Did you? What was soda back then? 25 cents.
I don't know, I had the key.
That's awesome.
So, 12 years old, you started.
12 years old I started. I worked there summers after school and been there ever since
Was he a natural?
for the most part.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he
got it.
did all the dirty work. I made him learn everything, every facet of the business. I made him learn it all. And, if you're going to run a company,
Absolutely.
you have to know it from A to Z. So, some of the things he didn't like, but he did it.
Yeah.
He prevailed.
Did you go
Yeah.
to college?
No.
No.
Nope.
Good for you.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
that's a priceless education you got there.
It is. You definitely, I think you do. I think you learn more doing it. The life experiences that you have, obviously, is that where you're going to learn from. I mean, you learn the good things the good way and the bad things the bad ways, and that's really what makes you, and it makes you learn.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
you can't beat field experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Physically working in the field.
And learning from people. I mean, I've always wanted to talk to, the older generation. I mean, you learn so much from the mistakes that they made. And I think if you can pull all those little tidbits of information, I've learned a lot of stuff from my father and his friends and, different customers. And it's really been just a wealth of knowledge that you pick up from these people that in their life experiences. And that's
Yeah.
what's really contributed to a lot of good decisions that I've made.
12 years old. That's.
Yeah.
You could be proud. Could you be any prouder?
He's not kidding when he said $1 an hour.
I'm up to 2 now.
I would have given him 50 cents. Jesus. That's amazing.
great.
Well, even the restaurants. I have a theory that if you work in a restaurant, you can pretty much do anything in life. Just when you work in a restaurant, you usually start at the bottom, washing dishes or cleaning pans or whatever they would have in Mamma Mia's, and sweeping floors, and then
Gives you a great work ethic.
it really does.
And they all did. They all started young. I remember we were in high school. Me and Tony went to high school together, and Tony went to work every day. I went to work every day, and they did. They all, Sammy, same thing. I mean, Johnny, Gina, all of them. I mean, and that's how you learn the value of hard work.
You do,
And
and you can't
absolutely.
teach that. You have
No.
you have to learn it at an early age. It has to be bred into you like that.
Yep, it's true.
Can you imagine taking a day off? Does it happen often?
There's
Not as
never,
often as you'd like
there's
to.
never no
That's
such
what I
thing as
said,
a
there's
day
never
off.
a day off.
Yeah.
There's
No.
never a day off. You're up at 4 in the morning some mornings, and you're emailing, and
Oh,
and at night you're constantly thinking. You get up. Once you wake up and the wheels start spinning, forget it. You might as well get up and go at it.
And then you have the similar problem too. If you're in the middle of doing a vital signing job outside, and all of a sudden we got a thunderstorm coming, and you can't put the guys up on the ladders of the staging, so now you have to start thinking, all right, where am I going to put these
Where
guys?
am I going to
What
put
are they
everybody
gonna
for
do?
this day? And it's good. And
Yeah.
I must say I've got right now probably the best staff I've ever had.
Do you really?
In
That's
the
huge.
office, on the road. I mean, I just
How many
got,
total staff members?
I would say I've got to have probably 14 or 15.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's nice. And
really,
It's a good
the girls
amount.
have been there forever too. They're on the front.
yeah,
They've been
yeah.
there for a long
Charlene's
time.
been there for long. She's been great, and Roland's been a great asset.
Oh,
He's
isn't he
wonderful.
awesome?
Yeah, and we have Bernie and.
He's a
Have you
nice
met
one.
Roland?
Oh, yeah, he's in
Yeah.
very, yeah,
Oh, met
he's
his
super.
father?
Huh?
Have you met his father?
Who? Yes, I have. Roland. Yeah.
Do you remember his father from back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Did you do work for him back then? We did work for him back then.
I
you
think
did.
I think we
Stone
did.
Windows and
but,
Gutters,
yeah,
Rolly
we
said,
we
yeah.
probably did. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was a legend growing up.
Nice guy,
just
very nice man.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
And that's where Roland gets it from. You can tell.
Yeah, you can
know.
definitely
You
tell.
can tell
I haven't met
he's-
his father, but he's
his father's awesome.
he's a great
Yeah.
guy.
I'm sure they have the same relationship that you guys had growing up. I'm sure Roland started off at an early age. To get a guy like that to come into your fold, that's huge. That must take a lot off you too. I hope he sticks around for a
He
long time.
does, yeah, and and we have fun. And that's one thing that me and my father always had. We always had a lot
You
of
have
fun.
to.
We had a lot of laughs,
Has to be a work. Yeah, I'm sure.
a lot of crazy things, but it was always
That's what
fun.
gets you through the years. If you don't have that, then you're just miserable and.
You
It
have to
was.
inject an
Yeah.
element of humor
You do.
Exactly.
You do.
to make the workday better.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of father and son teams don't.
No.
It doesn't play out. It gets bad, and we always we did have a
Yeah,
lot
not
of fun.
good for you guys.
Yeah. You got to keep it light and enjoy it.
Yeah, we did. And it's been good. It's really been it's been fun.
All right. So, thinking back to your childhood, what's the best moment? What's the best moment you had with your dad when you were at work? Anything come to mind?
Oh, jeez.
Any one particular day?
Probably
or
your first
one
raise.
particular thing you like to
I think
do?
my first raise, yeah.
He gave you a raise?
That's awesome.
I went from 1 to 2. That was a big moment for me, I
Hey,
think.
that's a
Wow,
that's
that's a big
100% raise, man.
Back then, that's huge back then.
Yeah. No, there was so many things that we did. We just kind of, we had each other's back on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things projects he was involved with that I would run with, and vice versa. So it really, it was fun. It was really a good time, and we had a very good system.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you were able to pick up the business like that, because it's hard. You don't know when you bring your family into it. You hope they're going to get it, but you're not sure.
That's
you
right.
know? And then your expectations are always high because you know how fast you do things, and you expect everybody around you, and it's a learning curve to realize, all right, they're not going to be as fast as I am, but they will in time. So it takes some buffering until you really get up to speed. But one day you just wake up and you're probably going faster than your father glazing the windows.
Yeah, it was. And then I took over as general manager, I think, when I was about 20. And
What year?
Oh,
Was that
wow,
back in,
20.
It was a while ago.
yeah.
No, I
Jeez.
mean, 20 years old to be taking over as general manager. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, and he didn't want to put me in there, and I asked him, what do you got to lose?
Yeah, but see, I was there too.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a good support structure.
It was
Good
great
support
because he was
structure.
right there, and if you had a question or, it was a huge learning curve. All your guys are older than you, they're more experienced than you, but
Sometimes they don't want to listen to you because you're younger. And
Yeah.
You're the son, so they might not treat you the same. So it probably took a little while.
yeah, it
Yeah.
took a year or two, and then they think there was a mutual respect
Yeah.
because I did know what I was doing.
Of course you did. Well, you started 12 years old. You're doing it for 8 years.
Right,
already.
you see all the different functions of the business.
Yeah.
General manager at 20.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Wow.
It's pretty
That's
impressive.
yeah. That's the bar high.
Yeah.
Well, how old were the Whiskey Rolls when they opened up their doors?
In 1974.
Yeah, they must have been young.
Yeah, they were young, but you
And
know.
they came right over from Italy, right?
Yeah,
Look, let's-
they're from Irola.
Was that
I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope I'm not
Arola?
messing that name up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is that what they did? They came over here and decided to open up a restaurant, or did they do anything else first?
Oh, these chairs don't move.
No, they're not.
They used to paint houses.
Did you really?
They did.
Did they really?
Yes.
I want us to go out. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know much about what they do before they came.
They would do that. They worked in the rubber factory over in Canton, I think it was.
Yeah.
And when they had time off, or probably on their vacations, they would paint a house.
Honest to God.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
workers. I mean, they're workers.
They're hard workers.
They're very hard
Oh, yeah.
workers. So it doesn't strike me as odd that
They're
they would
still
paint houses.
going.
Yeah,
Oh,
to this
really?
day they still
They're
go. I
still
mean, you still
going.
see them in there and harassing
Yeah.
everybody in the kitchen.
They're hilarious. They're hilarious. They're such wise guys sometimes too, but they're so funny and sweet. You
Yeah.
know, I have like little private conversations with them sometimes, and you know, just kind of like talking, like, and you get a kiss on the cheek when they leave, and
Yeah.
it's very.
It's genuine.
It's
is.
precious, you really appreciate those moments, and for like that they actually care about you and what you're doing, because there's so much going on, and when they take that time, they come into the office a lot too, where I work at the corporate office, and there's the CFO is in there, and the finance department, human resources. There's only a few of
Finance
us.
department, CFO.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You start off flipping pizzas, and the next thing you know,
Oh, I know you're just a
a
big.
million locations,
company,
a separate
yes.
location to make the food now, to bring it to the other restaurants. I mean, that's
They're still
Yeah.
going. They still have
Impressive.
a couple more stores they want to do.
I know we're still growing,
Yeah.
looking at other locations all the time. I know they want to get up to a certain point.
Are we going to see one in Boston someday, do you think, or are they all set there?
Boston?
Do they have any desire to
I
go to
don't
North
want.
End?
I wouldn't want to go to Boston.
No.
I think that's really far north.
Yeah,
I'd like them to stick,
Yeah,
in
it's kinda
the
far out.
area,
Yeah.
Hingham, Bridgewater type of areas. I think that would be good to stick on the South Shore.
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible, though. Of course, anything's possible.
Well, even in Cedarville, we just got that new restaurant down there, and I had scratching my head and say, can we really support two restaurants in Cedarville? And I don't think a night's gone by when both BBC and the Irish place haven't been packed.
Oh, Flynn's, right?
Flynn's, yeah, packed. So I think that there's a definite need. I think Mamma Mia's in
Yep.
the south end of town would be a natural.
Right.
Just a nice sit-down Italian restaurant out of Cedarville.
Well, we're right at the Pine Hills.
Oh, I forgot they just.
Yeah,
opened
so we
Pine
wouldn't want to
Hills.
do that. But yeah, we're right at the Pine Hills Village Green off exit 3.
Nice.
There's a big sign. You come off the
And
highway.
how long's it been open for now?
Oh gosh, just a couple of.
Couple
3
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, more than yeah. I think we're closing in on a month.
Has it been a month already?
Well, because 3-4 weeks goes by so fast.
No, I know we had talked before the restaurant opened. You were talking about the outside area. Is there outside seating now?
Patio. Yeah,
Patio?
it's open. Yep,
And
it's
how many-
open.
How many people does that seat?
I think it's 20 or 30.
20, 30?
Yeah.
And can they order food off the menu and sit outside?
Yeah,
and eat
everything's
it?
the same.
Everything's
Yep.
the same?
And we're gonna try. We don't have it yet, but we're working on getting the music out there as well. A
nice.
little, 1-2 person acoustic
Sure.
type of sets, and we'll do some other special stuff out there as well. They're actually having on June 14th is the Pine Hills Art on the Green.
Oh, yeah.
There's like thousands of people that come through, so we'll be down there. Obviously, we're down there.
Yes.
We're gonna come out of the restaurant though and have a tent outside the patio area because they close off all the roads, and we'll have all the food under there, and people will come through.
Portable coffee and cappuccino machine?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
They should.
Maybe.
They definitely should.
But yeah. Well, if you want it, Jeff, maybe we'll make an
I
exception.
think if I was walking around down there and there was a cappuccino for sale, I would certainly partake.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe that's always an
I
option.
mean, the old location was a coffee shop, so it was nice just to go there early in
Right,
the morning.
Cafe Olio. Yeah.
So-
They miss the coffee thing, but
Yeah.
at least we have coffee.
Well, maybe you should, for a month, maybe out of the summer, give it a shot, open up in the morning and serve, maybe cannolis and cappuccino.
That's been talked about. I don't know if it would be worth it to us, but we're definitely open to any ideas. Doing a
Do
trial
that.
period on that.
Billy and I will go down.
Yeah, I'll definitely
We'll
do that.
Yeah.
definitely
We're already open 11 to 11, so that's something the owners would have to.
That's enough.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's so
It is.
crazy and hectic right now that we're not even in a need to do something like that. But we're very lucky that the restaurant has been as packed as lines going out the door, and
Really?
dinner packed every night. It's obviously it's the community, but I'm trying to get people from the Cape.
Sure.
So we're trying to push people up to the restaurant as well.
I think within the next 5 years, I think people going to the Cape are going to realize there's more reason to stop in Plymouth now than there ever has been. And
Plymouth-
each year it gets more and more.
Plymouth's crazy busy.
It is crazy. It is crazy business.
Busy.
I mean, what does Hyannis have now that Plymouth doesn't have? Not a lot.
Just a little bit more space,
A
maybe.
little more space, a bowling alley, miniature golf. And that's
We don't
about
even
it.
have a bowling
We don't
alley.
have a bowling alley. We used to. Now we have a Chinese restaurant instead of
Yeah.
a bowling alley.
I personally think that we need, maybe not in Plymouth, because I always, they always say there's too many people in Plymouth, I can't even get around, but I wish we had like a bowling alley and a outside, like a drive-in movie theater, stuff like that would be cool. But no one ever really does that. Like we have the waterfront, but it'd be cool to have like an area just dedicated to like bowling and stuff like that, some fun stuff.
Yeah, it would be nice. Well, they get the half shell opening up on the waterfront.
That's
so
true, they are building that.
Hopefully we have some
That'd
movie
be
nights
nice.
down there. Yeah, they should. When they're not having bands down there, they should put movies
Do you know
on.
when that's supposed to be ready?
Last year.
Last year.
Last year. Yes. Yes.
You know what we need
That
more
sounds
of
about
in
right.
Plymouth?
What do we need more of?
We need more bars.
Yeah, more bars. Yeah.
That's exactly what we need.
Honest to God.
More
I
bars.
think we got the most
I mean,
bars
Main
in all-
Street is like
One
it's
bar to the
all
next
bars.
bar.
Yeah, it really is. It's a lot of alcohol.
A lot of alcohol in this town.
Alcohol. Yeah. All right, so services. You guys started out basically focusing on glass and screens, and everything's changed. I know vinyl siding became really big for you guys at one point in time, and now is that your
It still
mainstay,
is.
would you say?
No, we do.
I know you did flooring.
We do. We do pretty much everything
Run
now
down
for
the
the
list.
most
What do you
part.
do? Let's hear
I
the
mean,
list.
we do everywhere. We're a full-service glass company where we do commercial glass, auto glass, mirrors, screen repairs, shower doors. We do a full service of flooring now with carpet and hardwood flooring and laminates and so forth. And we do countertops. We do kitchens. We do a lot of
I
basements.
didn't know that.
We do sunrooms. We do. We've really kind of expanded into a lot of different areas, and it's working out well. It really.
Roofing.
And roofing,
And roofing.
and roofing, and siding, and windows, and really we
Doors, storm doors,
storm
regular
doors. Pretty much,
So everything
Skylights.
under the sun.
pretty much everything for the most part, and it's really worked out well because
it has.
we've had a great customer base, and the majority of our customers are repeat business and referrals. I mean, it's in the 90% range for the most part, and that's good. I mean,
Well, it's a good safe referral for a guy like me. I don't have to worry about it. I need a storm door. Call Billy. He'll take care of it for you.
Yeah.
It's peace of mind for anybody in business. It's
Yeah.
peace of mind to be able to refer a company like yours.
It is, and we stay very local, so we're able to service that. We don't go into Boston much. We don't go too far down the Cape, but we stay very local, so we can service our people. And if you put
Don't
something
get too
on and
crazy.
something needs to be adjusted,
Yeah.
you got a guy out there, you can do it.
Yeah.
So you have a truck in this area, a truck in that area, as you know.
Yep.
You can service them, and that's I think what's really worked out well, and it's been something that. He started back when it was all about customer service, and we do our best
Yeah.
we can, and it's worked out pretty well.
Now, you're going back to the same houses probably 20, 30 years later, just, isn't that pretty wild?
Yeah, unless they have vinyl, then we're not
Unless they
going
have
back
vinyl.
at all.
No, no. Well, the roof every now and
Good.
again has to be replaced.
Yeah, it is. It's rotted wood. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that you come across that you do, and usually that's what it starts with. You did their siding job, and then their windows fail, and then all of a sudden, they go on, and now with
Yeah.
these search engines and so forth, and where the internet is gone, that
Oh,
when
it's crazy.
You guys
people
have a new website, right?
we do.
It looks great.
Yeah.
By the way.
Thank you, Roland. Really, he took the lead on that. Did a very nice job.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. They did a
Okay.
really nice job.
Yep.
One of his brothers, I don't know if you've met his brother, Craig.
Yeah.
Very, very business savvy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a business coach. So it is business consultant, business coach.
Yep.
Yeah, 5 minutes of talking to that guy, and he can take on the world.
Yeah, he's great. I went to
Yeah.
a seminar that he put on.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, he did a great job. He was the speaker and did a great job.
Very dynamic. I'd love to go. If he's doing another seminar, let me know if you're going to pop to another one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that at all.
Yep.
Wouldn't mind doing that. You should pop down there too and check it out.
I will.
Very dynamic speaker. It's an impressive
that.
family. Very impressive family.
I trust what he says. He's got some good
I try.
good people.
I pay attention.
Well, you've done
Yeah,
a good
you do,
job.
you
You've
do.
done a good job marketing yourself and
Yeah,
so
you do an
forth.
awesome job.
Yeah, it's gone good.
Very
It's gone
good, well-respected painting company in Plymouth.
Yeah, it's hard though. You know, it's just got to be on top of it. Work, 24/7.
So Jeff, do you get a chance to climb a ladder anymore and swing a brush?
I power washed the deck last week in Braintree. I don't swing a ladder. I've been on a ladder twice this year.
Yeah.
And not like I used to. It's just I'm too busy. I'm
Just
way
too busy,
Yeah. When I can-
organizing and yeah.
You know,
I was only kidding.
No. But for me, it's relaxing. You know, like if somebody dropped a window off at your house and you had to go glaze the window, you wouldn't look at it as a job. You'd probably be pretty, entertained to go down there and do it. I'm sure.
Well, you enjoy it. I
You
mean, I
do.
did that medical center up there in Colony Place, and I was out there with the guys for 3 days putting windows in and setting frames, and I loved it.
Yeah,
It was
it's-
absolutely
if-
so nice to not
Isn't
have
it?
to be on
You
the
can-
phone and
oh
in the
my
computer.
God,
It was
yeah.
it was
and
really.
it's hard to explain that to people. People say, "Oh, that's great. You don't have to paint anymore." No, actually, you know what? I like to paint. If I could do nothing but wake up and grab a paintbrush and go off and just spend 8, 10, 12 hours with the paintbrush in my hand with nothing else but the wall or the trim in front of me,
Yeah.
that's heaven. That's heaven.
It
you
is.
know?
It's nice. It's
relaxing.
really nice once in a while.
Yeah, doesn't happen enough.
No.
Doesn't happen enough, and then my guys tease me if I do end up doing the job. They'll be like, "Oh, come on, you're going too slow. Come on, look at that." It's like, all right, relax. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, so settle down.
Well, you can go
Yeah,
like
that's true.
a bandit. You just go home and take a lot of a leave and everything.
Yeah.
But you looks good for that 8 hours. You killed it.
Yeah. Well, it's hard too because when, like I know when I look out at things and when I see if I see a ladder or if I see anything, my eyes register I'm 20 years old and I'm just going to go tackle the world, and then a few minutes later you realize, I get a couple of herniated discs or that doesn't work the same anymore, and you're like, well, that was a little while ago, I
I
guess.
am in my late 40s, aren't I?
Yeah, I'm 39 forever. 39 forever. I had the bright idea of trying to play semi-pro football like 10 years into the business, and I
Really?
hadn't played football in quite a while, wasn't exercising. I just climbed ladders, and I figured, I want to get back into football. Didn't work out too well.
No, I can't
Didn't work
imagine.
out too well at all. No. I didn't want to climb ladders. It's like a football or ladders. Well, ladders it is.
Well, worked out.
It did work out. Yep, it did work out. Yep.
Yeah, you're doing very well. The last time we met, we were on the radio together
That's right, we were.
in Carver,
On the,
at that Carver
location.
restaurant. Yeah,
Yep.
on WATD.
Yeah, good station.
It is a good station.
They're great people too. Great people.
That's a great news station, WATD.
Yeah, and again, he's passionate about the business. I mean,
Ed Perry is,
he's
yeah.
just so passionate about the business.
Yeah.
I mean, when he pulls up and finds something going on, you can just hear it in his voice, the enthusiasm. He's still a 12-year-old kid.
He chases stuff.
He does. He absolutely
he
does.
He's right on the spot and
Yeah. Yeah, he loves to be part of
broadcasting
everything.
live from
Yeah, and he
whatever
likes
it
to help.
is.
And he likes to help businesses out too.
Yeah.
Which really it's
Yeah,
it's very, very nice.
yeah.
Let's see. Mamma mia, I have so many different questions.
Talk about the catering. I have a new catering menu.
Let's
Want
talk
to
about
talk
catering.
about it a little bit? Yeah. We have a new catering menu. Actually, it's a bit bigger than the other one. And it's completely redesigned. We only added a couple things onto it, which were not on the other one for
Yeah.
specific reasons. Yeah. We have just the one photo on the front. Take one. Pass it down. That's what I did in my BNI group. Please pass this along. Yeah, so it's gorgeous. It matches our calendar. It matches the placemats that we have at the restaurants now.
It's very nice.
All in celebration, of the 40th anniversary. Really getting everything streamlined and making it consistent with the look. And we're actually doing our website too. That's under construction to kind of look like this.
No kidding.
So yeah, everything's just a bit easier to read. It's simplified. The colors, again, match what we were doing before. It was a white brochure on the inside. It just wasn't flowing very nicely. And we added a couple of things that we do out of Carver as well, like the finger sandwich platter
Yep.
and the mixed dessert tray, because people don't realize that we do that stuff.
No, so you offer catering. Somebody can call up and say, I've got a
Right.
party of 40 coming to my home for an event.
Right. So we do outside catering,
Yep.
and then we also do the trays in the restaurant. So if you just wanted to order right off this menu, like a large tray of veal parm, you can just call any of the restaurants and order that.
Really?
But if you want to, catering for a graduation or a wedding, you would call the Carver location, or we can call the Carver location, and we'll get that all straightened out for you. And Amy is our catering manager, and she is unbelievable. She's fantastic. She knows everything. She knows what she's talking about. We have a great relationship. So we talk. I talk with the managers every day, all the time, and I try to have a great relationship with all of them. But yeah, the outside catering. So if you need anything, we can accommodate it. Even if it's not on this menu, we'll try and get it for you.
And functions too. Now, if you wanted to do a function with you,
right.
How many people can you hold?
Well, if you want to do it at Plymouth in the Tuscan room, it's about 50 people.
Yep.
It has to have at least 25 adults, I believe, to have a function up there. But we don't rent out Friday and Saturday nights,
Sure, too
the
busy.
weekend nights. It's too busy.
Yeah.
And Marshfield can do functions in their dining room, believe it
really?
or not. Yeah. But off peak hours, it can't be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Maybe something during the day. I was actually just in there yesterday, and someone came in regarding having a
Function.
a function, just a small one, but it can hold a really good amount of people in that dining room. And Carmela's has a side room in their dining room. Then they have the lounge. So in the dining room, you can fit 50 people. So you can do stuff there as well. Again, off peak hours. So really, those are the locations that do them. And Carver has a little room. You have the whole dining room,
Right,
but
the
then
little
it's
room in the back.
separated,
Yep.
and you can fit like 30 people back there. But if you're looking for an actual function, that overlooks the water or something, obviously Plymouth is your go-to. But we can bring catering to you anywhere.
Which is nice.
Yeah, we have the nice,
nice.
the silver chafing trays and all the fancy stuff for the wedding. And
Oh, really? So if somebody
do.
wanted the chafing dishes and everything, you can
Yeah,
offer?
we have to have someone with those
Yep.
if you wanted those, but we would provide you with someone to serve you.
Oh, that's good to know.
Just like with the Pilgrim summer party, the fundraiser that we're doing, collaborating with the Pilgrim Hall Museum. We're going to be hosting, we're not really hosting it, but we're collaborating with the Pilgrim Hall Museum on June 21st from 5 to 9 on Pasquale Viscarello's property. So, and we're going to do the food for it. So we'll have all of that there. We're going to do Mama's rolled chicken, roasted veggies, baked ziti. It's going to be like over 200 people.
And what's the theme?
The theme is La Dolce Vita, an evening in Tuscany.
Really?
Yeah,
So it's going
so
to be an evening party?
yeah, it's 5 to 9. It's going to be Vinny Damasito and Therese Murray are going to be there.
Yep.
And it's going to be silent auction, live auction. So if anybody, we have a lot, but we're still looking for people to give for auction items. Yeah, so it's going to be a really great
And
event.
tickets are available.
At Pilgrim Hall Museum's website.
And how much are they?
They're $85 a ticket, and for a table of 10 is $750. So a lot of businesses are getting in on it and getting a table. And you can put your name on the table, but we'll have sunflowers. We're going to have Pasquale does winemaking on his property. So we're going to have some of the winemaking
Can we step
stuff.
on grapes?
Well, I don't think we'll have any Lucy going on.
That's exactly what I was envisioning.
That'd be pretty funny if we had that. But Robin from the Pilgrim Hall, we've been working together. We just went to
Robin
look at the property last week. So June 21st, 5 to 9. It's going to be probably the party of the year.
Phenomenal.
Mamma Mia's collaborates with Pilgrim Hall. It's
like that.
fantastic. So that's just another way that we're catering that. Yeah, it's great.
Phenomenal.
It's not going to be a fundraiser, though, for Vinny Demas.
Vinny and
No.
Terry, no.
It's for the Pilgrim Hall
Pilgrim
Education
Hall,
Foundation.
yeah, for the Pilgrim Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To raise money for them.
No,
And they usually have about 150 people, but with our name and us advertising it this year, we're expecting well over 200.
Well, just, people probably want to see the property anyways. It's right
That's
off the
what I
ocean.
said. People
beautiful, yeah.
People
Yeah,
just
it
want to
is.
see it. It's absolutely gorgeous. We got a little golf cart tour
Oh, really?
from Francesca. Yeah, she drove us around. She's an excellent driver.
Nice.
It was great. It was really fun,
Hey,
actually.
Ken, could you send Dustin whenever he gets a chance?
That's what I wanted to know.
Please, thank you. Yeah, I think I'll be looking into tickets to that. As a matter of fact, we'll talk a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
hope
more
you
about
can.
that
I hope you
afterwards.
can be there. I'm trying to get everybody together to come because you don't. It's not only good for us and for them and to raise money, but it's great networking too.
Absolutely.
To be a part of that.
Absolutely. And Pilgrim Hall, I mean, they're another integral part of the town, maintaining the history, and
Yeah.
I mean, really, really interesting stuff if you actually walk through there.
It is. I was in the library. That's where we have like our meetings for this event.
The
I'm on the
books and the
committee.
artifacts.
It's more than
Yeah.
what you think it is.
Yeah, it is. So if
stunning.
you guys are watching the show right now, anybody looking to purchase a ticket, if you go to the Pilgrim Hall Museum website, or if you contact Mama Muse, I'm sure they can put you in touch as well. And they are looking for auction items, so if anybody has a small business they'd like to donate an auction item, I can already think of 3 or 4 things that I'll
Yeah.
talk to you about giving you after
Yeah,
this.
silent or live. We're going to do a big live one too. I just have to confirm with someone about it, but you won't want to miss it.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, so let's see. As far as the restaurants go, does one family member pretty much take a restaurant, or how does that work out?
It used to be like that. So
Are there too many of them now?
yeah, there's too
Yeah,
many.
I
So
thought
Sammy
so.
runs Plymouth, Tony runs Hanover, Gina and Johnny take care of Carmela's, but you'll find,
Everybody floats.
yeah, everybody floats. You'll find, Johnny and Carver in Marshfield, Tony and Marsh. You'll find them all over the place. But those four do have a restaurant. And now the newer ones don't really, like Marshfield and Carver and Pine Hills, don't have an owner assigned to them necessarily.
Yeah. Hey, let's bring those right over.
Aw.
So, I just can't emphasize enough how impressive it is. We'll spin that around and hold it up for the
That's
cameras.
awesome.
Wow.
But,
Holy mackerel, look at that.
and you guys can take these home with you afterwards.
Thank
But,
you.
That's impressive. 50 years in business, I mean, that is huge.
You like cake, too.
Yeah, see? Yeah, here we go. Look, Mama Mia's, this does look like a pizza, doesn't it? Wow, look at that. It looks just like a pizza.
Oh, that's adorable.
Look at that.
So you can bring that back and you can
Thank
share that in
you.
the office
Oh, that's
tomorrow
cute.
for everybody. But no, I mean, when you're in business for that long and you do so much for the community, it should be celebrated. And people around town should really know. I mean, it's not just a pizza place. It's not just a home improvement store. It's part of Plymouth. I mean, it's part of the history of this town. It's part of the community, and you guys do so much for the community that people don't even know about. And that's phenomenal.
No,
I mean,
they're right. There's so much that goes on that people just don't know.
yeah,
We'll try to get that word out a little more about what's going on, but
it's hard.
it's hard.
You
It's
know,
hard when you have
but-
7 restaurants.
But it's working. You guys are all pretty busy, and
We're doing something
you're
right.
doing something
They're
right.
doing
The
something
restaurants
right.
are busy.
Yeah.
Your trucks are always around. There's always a window or a door that needs to be fixed, and
Yep.
luckily they're calling you guys because you're not the only one to call. There's a lot of other people to call.
Yep.
So you want the calls to come in.
They've
to you
had some
guys.
great discounts this year too, which
Yeah.
is really super for people for
Yeah.
their 50th. And you see it shows that people really use that, and then you keep it.
Yeah, we
it
keep it
going.
going. Yeah,
It's really effective.
Are you running
Believe it or
specials
not.
right now?
Yeah, I think one of the specials that we're running has to do with, I think, sunrooms and basements. I think it's
Right.
Roland's been handling it. I think he just changed it. I think it's $100 for $1,000 or something like that.
Nice.
That we've been
I know
running on those items.
we just did a basement that you guys did, and very nice craftsmanship, very, very nice. And the customer was raving about you guys, absolutely raving about you guys. And while we were there, he actually added on some additional work for us. So while we were there doing the basement for you guys, he had us throw an epoxy floor coating down in his garage.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so that worked out really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No,
Yeah.
it's good.
It shows when you do stuff like that. People really respond
Yep,
To-
absolutely.
to the discounts.
Absolutely. So what do we think Mamma Mia's has coming up next? We've got the festival down at the house there.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot going on. I mean, like I mentioned, the Pine Hills on the Green is June 14th.
Yep.
And then June 21st is the party. July 4th is the Plymouth Parade. And it's not something I've talked about or even said anything to anyone about, but the possibility of being in that parade
Yes.
for the 40th anniversary. But there's still a lot of details to work out. It's just kind of something that came about over the past couple of weeks. And, I don't want to really announce anything officially
Sure.
yet that we're, but it is in the works.
That's what makes the parade, though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
when companies take the time to put a thoughtful float in, or
Yeah.
just to go out there and do something.
Yeah, and the way I do everything, it's kind of, I'm a little bit anal about stuff. So, I really want everything to come together, and I want everybody, to be wearing certain things. And I actually have, speaking of, I just want to plug this a little real quick, the original T-shirt
Really?
from 1974 that we sell. If we do the parade, I want everyone wearing this, but it's got the pizza guy on it.
Oh, can we see that on the
Yeah,
camera?
you can probably take it out of the bag. I brought, that's for you to keep.
Really?
Yeah, you can have
see
it.
that?
I got a present. And it's your birthday.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
you.
what we do. We like to bring things.
Wow, that's very nice. So that's the original T-shirt that you could have bought when the store first opened, 1974.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, hold it that way.
Yeah,
Is that better?
that's good. So if you can buy these for $10 at the restaurants, and a portion of the proceeds goes to Boston Children's Hospital.
Oh, super.
And it
that's
actually
nice.
says it right on the sticker, so it says thank you for purchasing the original 1974 T-shirt, and the portion of the proceeds
And
goes
only
there.
$10.
$10.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Yeah, and a good, a few dollars from that actually goes to the hospital, not just like $1.
Nice.
So we're actually going to be writing them out a check soon because we have sold a lot of those.
Did you get the
Very
gym? Remember
popular.
the gym shorts? You used to have the stripes down the side. Used to go with these. Yeah.
Actually, in the T-shirt from 1974, I think it had the Budweiser like logo on the sleeve. I had
Oh,
that
really?
taken off, but again, it's the
Well, I'm
exact
sure
same.
if Budweiser wanted to donate some money to the
Yeah.
hospital, you could talk about maybe putting it on
Exactly.
there. Maybe the Shyertown logo on the side, for a slight donation.
But I could have had like 40th anniversary on it, but I didn't. I kept it exactly the same because I
Yeah.
didn't want anything to change.
I like that. Established 1974.
I love them. I think they're adorable, and
They're
people
adorable.
love them to respond. Yeah, we get some guy, and it was on our Facebook page, and I don't know what state it was, but it was across the
I think it's
country.
Johnny. Is it Johnny?
It does look like John.
That's who we're
bit
gonna
like
have,
John.
like, if we do the parade. Hopefully, one of our pizza guys dressed up in the mustache and the hat.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but there's some guy in some other state. Actually, his parents sent him one. Like
Really?
they mailed him a T-shirt,
Wow.
and he
Really?
wore it and posted a photo
2
to
minutes?
Facebook, which is fantastic.
Wow, 2 more minutes.
Yeah, so that's for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's very nice. Well, we're closing down on time right now. So your families have interacted over the years. How did you guys first meet the Viscarellos and the Halliseys?
How did I get to?
How'd you meet the Viscarellos?
I don't know. We just became friends, and matter of fact, I drove them to their first location, the Ernie's Restaurant, in my old '56 Lincoln Continental Mark II.
Honest to God.
Patsy and John were in there, and we were all looking up at the building, and
So Ernie's was a Mamma Mia's at one point.
not
No,
Ernie's.
Ernie's. It used to be called in Kingston. It was called Ernie's
Oh,
Bar and Grill.
before it was.
Ernie's Bar.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
No, it wasn't Ernie's.
It was a
Eddie-
bar and grill, though. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
people don't
Eddie's-
realize
Eddie's
that.
Bar and Grill.
I think it was Eddie's Bar and
Eddie's
Grill.
Bar and
maybe.
It used to be
Yeah.
a whole different setup in there. With
Oh,
the bar
yeah.
used to be on this side. And,
It was
yeah.
a huge undertaking for them to convert that to what they did.
Yeah, it was.
It took a tremendous amount of work.
Yeah, I hear stories all the time. People saying, "Oh, it was this and this before it came
Yeah.
this."
Eddie's Grill, I think it was.
Yeah, Eddie's Bar and Grill.
Eddie's Bar and Grill, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then of course we went to the grand opening. They had a special night where they invited, a bunch
Friends
of
and
people.
family.
And man, was our food good.
I don't think it's really changed much, has it?
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. Yeah, it's the same pizza.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that. Yeah,
No.
definitely want the same consistency.
I
all
used to
over
love
the
to go to
place.
Kingston, and either John or Patsy would come down and sit down and chat with you, and next thing you know, out comes the homemade wine.
No kidding. Yeah, and they do have a little bar there too. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
They
Yeah.
do. It's
Yep.
small, but
Yep.
it's it's there.
Yeah.
And there are regulars that go in there all
Oh,
the
I'm sure
time.
there are.
Every day.
I'm sure there are. Yeah, if there's alcohol, I'm sure there's going to be some regulars. We're getting ready to close down. Should I start running through the sponsors and saying bye to everybody? Yeah? Okay. Oh, hey, look, they're going. Okay, so, thank you so much for watching tonight. I hope you learned a little bit more about Mamma Mia's and about the Halsey family and Shyertown Glass and home improvements. And they're always around. You guys know where they are. You should definitely go down there and, go down and talk to Billy or, go down and, see if Tara's around. There's always a Viscarello in the building someplace. Phenomenal food. I'd like to thank our sponsors. We have Brewster PC Solutions, Wrestling Brewster. And now there's another old Plymouth family. He's right over in the Mayflower. And his wife is with the selectmen for quite a while. Son Noah, very nice family. Then we have, and Ken produces his show, Wrestling with Computers. And Wrestling actually maintains my computers. He's phenomenal. Cape Auto Body and Service, another long-time Plymouth company. And they do so much around town. Phenomenal. And they're in Mamma Mia's all the time. Time? Bye. Thank you very much. Everybody say